Hey guys, welcome back to scorching hot Southern California. As you guys can tell, I'm in the air-conditioned comfort of my house rather than in the garage. The garage is really unbearable, but I do have some footage of the repair. We're gonna talk update for the USB switch I installed on the bike and for the OutEx kit to make my wheels tubeless. But enough with the chit chat, let's get on it. So let's start from the USB port, which is the easiest of the two mods. Now, I left the bike untouched for a full week, and just like many of you have said in the comments, slowly but surely the battery started going down. So much so that I wasn't able to start it. But let's take a look at what happened. First thing I did was take a voltmeter and check the voltage. Obviously the voltage is still 12, but I'm assuming the amperage has gone down so much that the battery doesn't have enough strength to actually start the bike. So when I tried to put the key in the ignition and start the bike, this is what happened. And we don't. Just like many of you have said, the USB port, it does actually need a switch. So here I went looking all over the internet to find a solution for the problem. By looking at the bike, I was able to find out that right behind the handlebars on the frame, there is a 0.8 of an inch hole right there. So I went on Amazon and started looking for the right switch and see if I can find something that will fit there, that will avoid me drilling anything, but most of all that is actually waterproof. But that's for another episode. I'm gonna show you guys the whole process and try to do as clean as possible of an installation. But let's move on, let's talk about the tubeless wheels. Now, the OutEx kit is great if you want to take your spoke tire and make it tubeless. Now you need to be careful during the installation because otherwise it might sprung a leak. I left the bike parked for about a week as well while I was waiting for the battery to drain thanks to the USB port, and found out that actually the rear tire held the pressure the whole time to 35 psi. Now when it came to the front tire instead, when I went to measure the pressure, I only had 3 psi, so the front tire has a leak. Now there are two ways of coping with the leak. Either get some of the leftover kit and actually patch the leak if I can find it, or slap in a tube. But I really don't want a tube. I want the ability to be able to plug the tire on the go if I'm going on the street. Now, in the comments you guys underline the fact that you cannot use this kit to go off-road, and I tend to agree. Now, because if you go off-road, your tire pressure is going to be so low that the tire might actually pop out of place and leave you stranded with a flat. So this is specific for my street set of wheels. So I wouldn't recommend it if you're going off-road. First thing to do is actually to find the leak and see where it comes from. So I took the tire and I dipped it in water and turned it around and found the leak. So there is a little stream of bubbles coming out from one of the spokes. At first I thought that my installation wasn't proper, so one of the sides was leaking. Instead, it turned out when I actually took the tire off the wheel that somehow I made a pinhole right on top of one of the spokes. Now, the solution in this case is super easy. You get a patch of the leftover kit and you apply it to the tire, just like I'm doing right there. After I did that, the next step was easy. Let it be for a couple of hours, which I actually let it be for a day, and then I went back and I checked for leak again on a tub of water. As you guys can see, this time around there is no leak, and I'm super excited because I was worried that I would have to put the tube back in, but that wasn't the case. Once I figured out that there was no leak anymore, the only other test that the tire needed to stand is the test of time. So I left it in the garage waiting for about a week, and when I tested again, that's the result. We still have 32 psi, there is no leak, the tires are 100% tubeless, and that's great. In conclusion, the USB port is still draining my battery, therefore I need to add a switch. I went on Amazon, I bought a bunch of switches, so I'm gonna be left with 3 or 4 spare switches. I'm gonna keep some, but when that video comes out, if you guys leave a comment below, after a month the video has been on the air, I'm gonna pick one of you and send you the switch. Just in case you need to do the same to your bike, I might as well help out and give you what it worked out for me. Now, when it comes to the OutEx kit to make my tires tubeless, the bike is 100% tubeless, and I couldn't be happier about it. I love the idea that if I'm street riding and I get a flat, I can actually plug the tire just like a street bike. As always, for all the things I use in these videos, links are in the descriptions, including my brand new torque wrench. Here's a shot of it. Fantastic brand new digital torque wrench. I really need it. I didn't know how much I needed until I actually bought it, so it was great. If you guys have time, go to my website www.albezedv.com with a new page about gears. All my gear right there. Other than that, if you like the video, like. If you love the video, subscribe. Dirt on, and I'll see you next time.